That horse getting the short end of the stick, let me tell you what. Hello.
This is Layne and bye Layne.
Uh-oh.
He's eating Skittles.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, let me check the clock.
Oh.
That says 11:40 p.m.
Oh. Are you upset that I eat Skittles at night? Oh.
Just proves you're not natty, bro.
I feel so upset.
So this is the hotel room, the Hampton Inn, right by the venue. Show starts at 9:30 in the morning. We're gonna get up bright and early and go get breakfast at IHOP. I think was pretty close by. Mm-hmm. I eat eggs and bacon every day, so I'm just gonna get eggs and bacon. Just gonna keep things simple. Show starts at 9:30. Looks like a pretty small turnout, so I think we should be done pretty early. They're running the judging straight through. They're not having a morning and night show. They're just gonna have a little break and then do the judging. So what did we do today? We drove down from Tampa to Boca Raton, met up with Aaron Singerman and PJ Braun at their warehouse for Blackstone Labs and Prime Nutrition. And he gave us a tour. We got to see their freaking amazing $1 million car collection. And we actually recorded an episode of Iron Empire Radio, which I'll link below in the video description for anyone interested in listening. We talked about everything except bodybuilding, pretty much. We talked about everything from politics, sex, cars, whatever came up. Pooping, I think, came up, as it usually does. So it was a very just informal, good hangout. And then we rode over to the check-ins for the show. For those of you who haven't competed before, the night before the show, you typically check in. I got spray tanned. You basically just make sure you're ready to go. Then we got an athletes meeting in the morning. That's at 7:30 a.m. Yay. That's where they kind of give us our numbers and they'll explain the order of events. The show doesn't start till 9:30, so I might be able to leave, but I'm not going to risk it. So we're actually going to go eat before the athletes meeting. So Layne's nice enough to get up early with me and go do that. So we're going to have a nice quiet night. See that? It's all about me.
It's all about me, actually. But
yeah, it's all about Layne.
That's why I interrupt you.
Yeah. See. But here, I only have a little bit of battery left, but I'll do some posing in the mirror, see how it looks. Got that not 90 lighting. Well, this is the hotel lighting, which I'm happy with my conditioning. I think I've said it all week in these logs. You know, like I understand I'm not coming in as lean as I would for a bodybuilding show. You know, I've definitely got some body fat to lose overall, but most of it would be in the lower body, and you know, for men, that's typically what happens. But for a men's physique show, I'm leaner than I was for the August show, which is pretty cool because I've actually only been in contest prep mode for 3 weeks for this show. So 3 weeks of contest prep. Layne doing some work. Alright guys, so this is the NPC Outdoor Classic. We're here it's Parkland, Florida. We got some really cool stuff going on around the event. It's definitely gonna be interesting because it's a little chilly out, but they have like these mud run things going on. They got some obstacle course runs going on, and there we go. So the athletes meeting was supposed to start at 9:30. Of course, it's almost 8:30, still no meeting, but it's a smaller show. They're having some trouble with the stage because it was outside, it was a little wet. But overall, it's just part of the process of doing a bodybuilding competition. You got to plan for the unplannable. And so we're just relaxing, having a good time. Layne's over here getting some work done. And I'll get more footage of, I guess when I start pumping up, should be a lot of good footage from the day, no matter what happens. So there's more of what's going on over here. Yeah.
Here we go, get some half natty lighting. So I'm going to ask you some super in-depth questions. How do you feel?
Good. Did my homework. Confident, you know, it's always the last second little bit of jitters you can get. Seeing all the other guys start to pump up, you wonder who's in your class, but overall I'm just excited to get out there. Yeah. Interesting conditions for an outdoor show. So.
And how does that make you feel?
Thank God this isn't my first show. I'd be freaking the hell out right now.
That's true.
At the end of the day, the work's done. Now it's just about going out there and letting somebody else tell you what they think, which again doesn't really matter much. I'm happy with what I've done, so that's it.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. It came out to play. Oh, national anthem. So we're shutting it down.
Shut it down.
Go, Paul. Go, Paul.
Okay, now if you face the rear.
All right, Paul. Arch lower back, lean back a little bit. Attaboy.
And now face the judges.
6. All right, Paul, there we go. There it is, 11. Come on, baby. Yeah, boy. How about 6?
Okay, number.
Number 15, I beat him twice in the
Now
really?
face the judges.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it for our C class.
All right, Paul. Paul, he did see.
Second place, number 6, Bernard Revelia. Fourth place, number 6, Bernard Revelia.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul from Physique.com, and this is my video discussing my competition this past Saturday. And for those of you that have been following along, or for those of you that haven't, I did a men's physique contest on Saturday. It was the NPC Outdoor Classic. A very unique show, very unique set of circumstances. First, let me just discuss the results, and we'll go over that. So I did 2 classes. I did men's physique open. Of course, at my height, I was in the tallest class, or class C, and then I did men's physique over 40. Very small show. There was 32 total competitors, I believe. When my class came out for men's physique, I immediately knew that third would be the best I would probably do. I saw 2 gentlemen in my class that were outstanding competitors. So I knew I was going to be fighting for third place, which is fine. And so we came out on stage, and the 2 guys that I thought were the best 2 were placed in the middle, and they moved me and another guy on the edges for the entire prejudging. So I pretty much knew I was 3rd or 4th. Based on what I saw, I thought I was a little leaner, but the other guy definitely outmuscled me. So, you know, I really wasn't sure what was going to happen. The nice thing about the show is that they started it at 9:30 a.m. and we didn't have a big break after the prejudging. We just went right into the posing presentations for the bodybuilding classes, and then right back on stage for the awards. So we were actually done by noon. So when they called out our placings, remember, I knew I was 3rd or 4th. At least in my mind, I knew I was 3rd. So they called 5th, it wasn't me. They called 4th, not me. So in my head, I thought, okay, I've made 3rd, and I got excited. You know, I'd reached my goal. The promoter immediately said, "I've made a mistake," and you know, my heart kind of sank a little bit. I thought, it's probably not good. So he immediately announced, "No, I've given somebody an award that was not placing." So then he moved the first person he called out of the placings. He moved the next person into 5th, and then he called me in a 4th, and then the other gentleman in 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. So you know, I was immediately disappointed. So walked off stage. I was pretty gutted. I'll be honest. Like, you know, I just had this sinking feeling of like, what am I doing? You know, my immediate thoughts were like, why did I waste my time and come down here on this trip? You know, I put all this effort into, you know, getting tanned and, you know, just the whole thing. But the one thing I know about at this age in my life is most of the great things that have happened in my life have been the result of overcoming disappointments. And so when something like that happens, you have two options. You can either put your tail between your legs and you can run and be a coward, or you can decide to make a change or make an adjustment or figure out a way to overcome that obstacle. A lot of people, when they don't do well at a show, they'll say, oh, I should have beat this person, I should have beat that person. I'll be honest, like, I looked at the pictures, you know, I just got out-muscled, and although this was an NPC show in January, a first-year show, and it was outside, the people that showed up were outstanding. Like, I saw some amazing physiques, and I believe the people that were ready to compete January 30th had their eye on this show, or had it in their mind that they were going to compete early in the year, which was great. Just shows that the people that were at this show, although very few, I would say the caliber of athlete was very good. All the women, all the guys I saw, I was very impressed with everybody. So although there was very few, it was a very stacked show, and it just shows that, you know, these people are dedicated year round. I held my own. I was actually quite happy with how I looked. You know, I went to the gym the night before with Layne, and just did a light little pump up circuit, and we hit some poses in the bathroom afterwards, and man, I say I was really excited. I woke up in the morning, looked at myself, you know, at 6 a.m. before we head out to get something to eat to go to the show. Very excited. Now, once we get there, there's no mirrors. It's outside. You know, I couldn't see what I was looking like, but based on the pictures and the videos that I saw from that day, I was very happy with how I looked. And so my perspective has completely changed. I am not unhappy at all at this moment. You know, the disappointment that I had for not getting that national qualification, gone. You know, I'm completely over it now. I'm on to the next thing. But I wanted to be honest with you guys and let you know, I didn't want to pretend like nothing bothered me, or that, you know, I put all this effort into something and didn't get it, and that, you know, I was ready to just throw in the towel, or, you know, that I was happy despite it. You know, I definitely had some very disappointing moments, and I'll tell you the best thing for that is I'm very blessed as a coach. I have some amazing clients and friends who were there the day of the show, who went out of their way. Lauren Conlon's parents came to the show, Loretta and Chris. My best friend Eric came to the show. My other friend Amy came to the show. I had clients at the show. Kevin and Karen drove over from Naples. I had April and Effie came to the show to support me. So there was, and Dave Bogan, you know, who's also a coach himself and a competitor, came out to the show. So it was just fantastic when the competition was over, which was nice because it was over by noon. We went and got some lunch together, sat down as a group, and I felt like I had let people down. You know, all these people came out to see me, and all the people that follow me on the YouTube channel and on the Facebook and wherever I post my stuff, Instagram, whatever it may be, I had this initial feeling of like, man, I let all these people down. Like, this is, I failed, you know. I didn't even mention the fact that Layne came with me on this trip. Like, he took the time to ride in a car with me, go down to Fort Lauderdale, get in a hotel, you know, Layne's one of the busiest people you're ever going to meet. So I really had this like feeling of, man, I've let all these people down. And I think maybe that's what bothered me even more than, you know, not getting the qualification, was knowing that all these people were behind me and I let them down. It took me about 2 seconds to realize I didn't let anybody down. I had so many positive messages, so many positive, you know, posts, and everyone at the show that was there was just telling me, you know, that they thought I did wonderful. And so it's really funny how perspective can change when you hear other people talk about it, because in my mind I had it one way, and in reality it was a completely different truth to the story. So ended up being a wonderful weekend. I got to spend time with some amazing people. You know, me and Layne got to do some high quality road tripping like bros should do every now and then. We had a good time. Actually got to record an episode of Iron Empire Radio with Aaron Singerman and PJ Braun. Got to tour their facility. You know, those guys are doing amazing things in the supplement industry, and it's been a pleasure to, you know, be friends with them as they've grown. So I got to actually go see their facility in Boca Raton. And these are memories, and, you know, these are things that I'll never forget, you know, these spending these times doing these things. And but overall, I just wanted to thank everyone for following along. Anyway, guys, I really appreciate it, and we'll see what's next. But I had a wonderful time, wonderful experience, and I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop as to what will be the next step in my journey. But for now, I hope you enjoyed all the clips that I got to put in here, because it was cool having Layne there, because Layne actually got to use the camera to get some good footage. But for now, that's it, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.